Hi, hey, how's it going? I'm so excited to be here. I am so excited for today and the next few days. This is going to be so amazing. I am ramping up even better than the last Millionaire Makeover. So I really hope that you are here with me. And as we get started, I want to know who is here. Who is here and who is ready for a millionaire marketing makeover? So, as you come on, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching live, you're going to drop your name, where you're at in the comments. Tell me a little bit about your business. So, this particular series that we're doing, we're focusing on, now, this is not limited to, but we are focusing on coaches, life coaches, wellness coaches, spiritual coaches, all the coaches out there. Why? Because I keep seeing you all show up in these business groups, and I see you showing up on social media, and I see you playing small. And I know that you became a coach to empower people, to make the world a better place. And I want to help you do that. And that is why I am hosting the Millionaire Marketing Makeover. And I'm targeting, which means I'm using the examples for all of you coaches so you can really get a great idea of how you can implement these strategies into your business. Now, if you're not a coach, that's okay. You can still watch this because there is still valuable information. Why? Because I am a business consultant. I work not only with individuals, but I also work with corporations. So across the corporate world, all throughout the United States, I have worked with several multi-million and even in some cases billion-dollar businesses. And I'm telling you, these things are true. The marketing fundamentals are true for any and every business. Now, those variations slide and tweak just a little bit, which is why I want to give you coaches the opportunity to really see how you can implement this into your business. So that means have your notebook ready, or you can at least type your notes into the chat today. That way you can go back and you can see those key points, key thinking points. Now you can also save this video so that you can come back and watch it later. Or if you need to, if you're in one of my groups in the guides section, I will be saving all of these so that you all can watch them for the next week. Okay, so you can come back and watch them in the next week. Now, I'm going to be taking them all down after a week. Reason being is because I want you to take action. I want you to implement this as soon as possible so that you can start making the impact that you really want to make. All of us become a coach because we want to help inspire others. We want to make others' lives better. We want to make the world a better place. And we know that that happens on a human individual level. And so as you're coming on with me, I want you to let me know, what type of coach are you? What kind of coaching impact are you trying to have? Like, are you working on life coaching? Are you working on nutrition coaching? Are you working on health, wellness, business coaching? Any of that, let us know in the comments who you are, where you're from. We've got Jenny. Hi, Jenny. So Jenny is a spiritual coach, right? You're helping in the spiritual realm, and it's beautiful. And so, Jenny, what kind of impact are you wanting to make? What kind of impact are you wanting to make? Go ahead and let us know. And by all means, this is a place of abundance. So you are more than welcome to promote yourself. Talk about what you do. Talk about your passion, your love, and drop that in the comments. You can even drop a link to your website or your group. I want us to be a community. So this is all about abundant mindset. There's no room for scarcity here, and we'll talk about scarcity today as well. So today we're talking about the number one thing that you need to become a successful CEO. Now, for some of you coaches, I know that the word CEO can scare you just a little bit. You're like, I just want my business to be successful. I just want more clients. Well, anytime that you're using that word just, there is a limiting belief there. Because when you're CEO, you are taking the leadership position. The leadership. You want to be that powerful, empowering leader. So, most likely, when you hear the word CEO or you hear power, you've associated those words with a negative concept. And so you're steering away from it, or you don't believe you're good enough to make that happen. So, we're working on becoming leaders. And so if you need to replace that word CEO with a powerful, empowering leader, and maybe that will help you as you start to reassociate these words and re-envision, because as coaches, we are here to make an impact. We are here to inspire all those feel-good emotions. And I am too. I'm here to help you. And so there is going to be tons of value in this webinar today and all week. So make sure you have a notebook. You can type it in your notes in the computer, or you can type it in the comments here within this live as well. I'm Izzy Nalley, and I will be your coach today. So I not only am a business coach, I'm an executive coach. I am a consultant, and those are two different things. I said a good consultant is also a coach, though, because a coach empowers people. A coach says that you have all the answers. Let me help you. Let me help you. Okay. A consultant has some answers, but we're not trying to push our beliefs on anyone. So we're still going to coach as well. And we're going to cater it towards that person. So as a consultant, I have an MBA. I've worked with other corporations. I have the advice to give you. And you're here because you want that advice. You want to improve your marketing because you want to improve the people that you're reaching. And then, of course, you also want more clients because you know that when you can work with people one-on-one, you're going to get them huge results. You know that. But this marketing is tricky. This marketing feels a little scary, maybe even. So we're going to talk about that today. And we're going to talk a lot about all marketing stuff this week. And of course, we're going to include some mindset. So I want to go ahead and preface with that. A lot of coaches, if they post something that says the number one thing you need, they're going to say mindset. And that is true. That is true. Mindset is the foundation, but we're not talking, the secret that I'm giving you today is not mindset. So I'm going to go ahead and say that. Now, mindset is huge, and we are going to talk about mindset this week. And I'm going to sprinkle it into everything because it is the foundation. But that thing I'm talking about today, we're going to get to here in just a bit. So let's focus first on this word solopreneur. And this came up today as I was working with one of my multi-million-dollar companies who he has, and I don't want to give away, I don't want everyone to throw anyone under the bus. So he has put himself in a position where he is a solopreneur running a multi-million-dollar company. He has designed everything so that he's scared to give away his ingredients. He's scared to give away the recipe. And by doing that, he has not set up his processes. He has not passed on the baton of empowerment. And although he is making lots of money for his business, he has all of his employees doing tasks. Who has worked for a company like that, where it's very task-oriented or small project-oriented? And you don't feel like you're really getting to be in on that bigger picture of the company, where you know what you do with the company, but you're not really you don't feel like you're really a strong piece of it. And that's what happens when we don't empower. Okay. And this is applicable. Okay. Because this is what a lot of business owners are doing. You want to start your own business, but you don't know where to start. And so you just start. And then you're doing things and it's like you're reinventing the wheel over and over and over. And so you haven't created processes to make it more simple. Now, processes, again, is not this number one thing, although it's extremely important. But in order to make the processes happen and to make all of these puzzle pieces fall into place, we need to have this number one thing. So let's envision a CEO. What does a CEO do? Again, they're the leader. They're the leader of the company. Okay. They are the one that's setting the tone for the entire company. Even if in your business, say you plan in the future to at least have a virtual assistant, you plan to eventually have someone do your marketing for you. And I see a lot of people do that. They come into their business and they're like, I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to hire someone to do it for me. Guess what? You still have to do this number one thing before they can even do their job. You have to do this before you can even hire employees. And I've done this before. I've made this mistake in the past where I didn't have this fully put into place. And when I hired 2 employees, they weren't as productive as they could be. And then I was frustrated with them and they were frustrated with me. And I had to figure this out the hard way, and it all clicked. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing exactly what I tell people not to do or what to do. So I'm telling you, this is vital. This is crucial. Yes. So someone says visionary. Exactly. So we need to be a visionary for the business as a CEO. And how do we create that vision? So it goes even deeper. This number one thing is the reason how we create the vision, how we create the mission, is we have to have clarity. We have to be super clear. If we are not super clear, how are we supposed to communicate that vision? How are we supposed to communicate to our potential clients? How are we supposed to communicate to our potential employees? And so what does clarity look like? We're going to get to this. And actually, we're going to do this. We're going to have a vision exercise, a visualization, because we can use visualization and meditative techniques to help us get clear so that we can write our vision and mission statement. Now, you might have heard this before. I've been one of those people in the past when I was looking to up-level my business. I was ready to get really serious, and I started going on this freebie hunting kick. I was taking advantage of every freebie webinar, every freebie event, every freebie course, anything I could get my hands on. And you might have done this too. Who's done this? Who's gone chasing after every single freebie they can possibly have? And you're just like, I just need to know. Tell me everything so I can figure out what I'm missing. And we're scavenging. Now there's a difference. We can do this with 2 different energies, right? We can do this with an energy of curiosity and learning, or we can do this from a place of scarcity, going, oh my gosh, I'm missing something. I need to find it. Right? Not anymore. Perfect. So it's good to get out of the freebie hunting. Now, in the beginning, yes, you want to expose yourself to a lot of things. That's okay. It's okay. But eventually it's a time-sucking, energy draining activity. And it becomes a imposter syndrome, where we feel like we're not good enough. And so we begin distracting ourselves by hunting for the freebies and taking advantage of the freebies instead of just doing the deep work. It's kind of like a caterpillar. Okay. Metamorphosis. I have a very cute video of my daughter when she's now 13 and when she was like 2 or 3 and she's saying metamorphosis. So every time I say that, I visualize her and her little chubby cheeks, which are not chubby anymore. So a caterpillar goes on an eating frenzy, right? It was the hungry little caterpillar story. And it's just eating all of these leaves. It eats all of its environment. And then it goes into its chrysalis. And it doesn't know what's going to happen, but it goes into this chrysalis and it stays there. And this transformation starts to happen. And a butterfly, I don't know if you know this, but a butterfly needs to push and break free of that chrysalis in order to fly. If someone, I taught meditation with monarchs for a long time, this is how I know this. If someone was to slice open the chrysalis and make it easy on that butterfly, the butterfly would not have the strength it needs to fly. This is a fact. It would suffer and it would end up dying. So as parents, we need to make it a little hard on our kids, okay? But this is also true for ourselves. So imagine in the beginning stages, you are the caterpillar and you're taking in all of this information and you're just gorging, right? But then you need to go into your chrysalis and you need to be in this incubator. You need to be in this world. It's a community. It's in a coaching container. And you can use this analogy. You can use this. Go use it in your marketing for your clients. And then you need to have this intentional struggle, such as the chrysalis for the butterfly. It's intentional struggle that we have to break free and build up our wing capacity, our ability to fly. And it literally shows this transformation of going from this beginning stage to being able to be free. And for us coaches, that's our up leveling. That's our ability to rock our business with ease. We are helping people. We're trying to teach them how to fly too. And in your business, you have this financial freedom to fly, to soar, to do what you do, but you only do it through intentionality. We're no longer the caterpillar. We're no longer eating up everything. The butterfly chooses only the flowers. And the butterfly is very intentional. It doesn't need that much. It's able to be free. And so that's what I want for you. I want you to, whichever stage you might be in, maybe you're in the chrysalis stage and you're a little confused, or you're feeling stuck and you're just out there going, somebody cut this open for me. I'm not coming out until someone does it for me. You have to do it. And that's where you can be in these coaching containers. And I can give you all of this amazing value-packed knowledge today. But unless you do the work, it's not going to make a difference. And I know, because I was that way for a long time. I would watch all these freebies. I even paid for coaching. And I liked the act of learning, but it was a struggle to sit down and make myself do the work. And so your homework today, and I'm going to show you how, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you how today, is to begin working on your vision and mission statement and write it out, even if it's not perfect. Get it out on paper. Okay? You have to get it out onto the paper. And that can be a struggle, and we can avoid that. We tend to avoid that. Why? Because our subconscious beliefs are saying, let's stay in our comfort zone. Flying and turning into a butterfly seems really scary. Like you have to transform. Could you imagine for a caterpillar if they knew they were going to turn into a butterfly? I don't think they do. That would be pretty scary to go like, I am literally going to change everything I know and be a completely different person. And our subconscious goes, oh my gosh, I'm going to shed my old self. It's the death of your old self to become your new self. You're shedding these layers. You're shedding these layers of beliefs and fears. Someone told me once, they're like, well, maybe you're fearful of success. And I was like, no way. I want success. But when I started doing the deep work, I realized I really was scared of the success. I was scared of the unknown. I didn't know how life was going to be. And although that felt excitement, there was also some fear there. There was also my subconscious going, Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know if we're ready. And trying to do that by yourself is scary. I know, because again, I go into these corporations, they hire me as a change manager to come in and do the change management on the people side, to help people implement new changes, because change is scary. As a therapist, I will tell you, change in our brain registers as fear and goes, woo, no, let's stay in our comfort zone. And we have to approach that with logic. We have to approach that with our emotions. And so we have to help people by providing the vision and the mission. So I want to know, when you got started in your business, why did you start your business? This is important. Now, I will tell you, my first reaction when someone asked me that was like, to make money. I was like, I was broke. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I wasn't finished with school, and I was starting my yoga, my health, my wellness business. And then I realized, like, half the time I was working for free. Well, why was I working for free? Why was I giving away free advice and free coaching? And I was scared to charge. I was scared to ask for money. And it was because I really loved making the impact. And I felt like people's success was payment for me. And I was like, I don't need to charge them. They're giving me enough, just getting them results. But then I wasn't valuing myself as well. I wasn't saying that this transformation was worth money. And that's a whole nother talk. That's a whole nother talk. But what I really found out was that I was a caregiver, that I am a teacher. I love teaching and I love helping. And I love breaking down complex thoughts, complex ways of teaching. And I loved breaking them down into simple, easy to digest. I loved helping people understand and having those aha moments. I loved facilitating transformation. And then I realized that if I can transform one person at a time, and I can really help them shift out of scarcity and into abundance, just their mindset, and allowing them to feel it in their body, that they were creating an impact either through their children, by everyone that they interact with. So instead of me trying to do it alone, it was like I was being the leader, and I was recruiting people, and then they were going out and fulfilling my mission for me as well. And that's why I started my business, because I too was looking to escape the scarcity and move into abundance. And I had to be the leader. I had to be the visionary. And that alone was the beginning of clarity. That was just the beginning. So what makes it so scary for us? And you all, I really want to see, why did you all start your business? And even if it's just a word or two, that's okay. You don't have to have this big story like me. You will, because you're going to work on that. Or we need to work together and we're going to work on that. Because a leader has a story. A leader inspires, and we inspire through story. And that's another lesson that we could teach on as well, storytelling. So you have this big vision. You have, maybe it's this feeling inside of you that you know you are meant to do something big. You know that you have this purpose. You may not be able to put it into words, but you know you have this deep purpose. Someone said freedom from 9 to 5. Yes. Why? Why do you want that freedom from 9 to 5? Because you want to spend time with your family? Because you want to feel free? And are you looking to share that feeling with other people too? Are you wanting to help other people escape the 9 to 5? Because ultimately that word is freedom. I love my job. Although sometimes I feel like I'm working all day, but I'm also not working all day. I'm getting to live my life. Like, I get to go into the kitchen and eat whenever I want. I get to go pick up my baby and hold her whenever I want. I get to plan, oh, it's a nice day, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go for a hike. I can do my work later on in the evening. I get that freedom. It's amazing. Like, I get the freedom to go have a coffee shop chat with someone. I get the freedom to, again, go on a hike. I get the freedom to have conversations, meaningful conversations with my husband all day. I get to have my husband stay home all day with me. He doesn't have to work. Well, he works. Who's been a stay-at-home mom before? It's a job. It's a job. And he gets to be on this journey with me, and we get to be with each other. And my parents live next door. I was able to buy the house next door to my parents, and we get to see each other. And there's more freedom. There's more freedom available. There's abundance available. And did I plan all of that out? No. But what I held in my heart was that feeling of freedom, that feeling of love, that feeling of abundance. And that was what I was holding on to. So that's why visionary is not the key number one thing today. That is part of it. But a lot of times we get into our visionary part of us and we overplan. We make it a little too specific. And we want to get specific, but there's this line of being too specific and then being not specific. We want this place in between where our business can hold and have a statement that embodies the vision, the ultimate result that we're trying to accomplish. I was just saying this today with this business that I'm working with, is they've become very task-oriented instead of results-oriented. But we have to have that big picture, that energy that we're trying to create, that result that we're trying to create for our business and for the people and the impact. And then we can work on all of that. But we have to have this is not vague's not the right word, but this umbrella that all the stuff we do falls into, or this bucket. Okay. So as I worked on holding abundance and holding trust, suddenly these opportunities that I would not have even ever thought of started becoming available, because I was preaching and I was living and I was holding the energy of my ultimate result that I wanted, the feeling that I wanted to create. And before I knew it, I had companies reaching out to me that wanted to work with me. I was getting online and the words were just flowing out of my mouth, and I made the commitment to show up, to share my vision, to share my mission. I didn't have to get super specific. Now, when we're creating our programs and things of that nature, do we have to get, yes, we have to get specific on the programs. But what our business is doing as the CEO, as the leader, whichever word you choose, we have to hold that energy. We have to hold the clarity, the anchor, so that our employees can do and have and grow and inspire and help us level up too. That we don't have to be the expert. We just have to hold the clarity, hold the light, hold the vision. And we become that leader to help empower others. Okay? Soapbox moment. Back to what we're doing today. Okay. The vision and mission statement. The vision and mission statement. The vision is, where do you want your business to be? I'm going to pull out my examples in a minute. Where do you want your business to be? Now, your mission is how you're going to create the vision, how you're going to create the impact. Okay. And I'm telling you, when you're writing these things, and this is something I wish someone had really told me, and I wish I would have really done this. just start jotting notes. You remember like 4th and 5th grade when they were trying to teach you creative writing and they were doing these like mind bubble maps and thought maps, and just let yourself explode on paper. Because if you're like, I'm not going to write it down until I have it exactly in my mind the way I want it. No, the brain doesn't work that way. Let it explode. Start writing down words. Start writing down feelings. Start writing down just about anything. And then if you're like, yes, that, circle it. No, that's not quite right. X it out. Your hands are your organ of action for your heart. Again, I'm also a yoga therapist, holistic therapist, mind therapist. I do hypnotherapy. I'm going to share a lot of wisdom with you. Your hands are the action organ of your heart. You need to get it out. Some of us do better speaking it out because we're all up here and we needed to come out here. And then as it comes out here, it's clearing that channel so that it can come out here. If you need to do a talk to text, do talk to text. I've done that before. I was creating a program on abundance and abundant mindset. And that's what I did. I would go on walks and I would just talk to text my ideas. And then I would go back home and edit it. Don't allow yourself to get caught in the cobwebs of excuses. If you are committed to having a business, if you are committed to a vision and a mission, you will do this. Because you know it's impacting more than just you. Of course it's going to impact you. It should. But it's going to impact more. It's going to have a ripple effect. Because how do we change the world? One person at a time, and that starts with us. And we have to put the work in if we're expecting our clients to put the work in. That is the biggest thing as a coach. We have to practice what we preach. We have to. If we don't, we're out of alignment and our business will not happen. Because our brain will go, we're not practicing it. And then we start to have this like subtle imposter syndrome and we start preventing and blocking ourselves. So again, I ask you, what transformation, what impact are you wanting to have? And that can be whatever you want to type, yourself, others, the world. What do you think is necessary in this world? And I can tell you one way to do this is if you were going to be invited to do a TED Talk, I hope you wouldn't pass up that opportunity, right? If you get invited to do a TED Talk, what would you talk about? What do you feel is something so vital, crucial that people need to hear? That's probably what your vision and mission statements are. Or at least that's what they're tied to. So you need to be writing this stuff down in the chat, in your notebook. Just thinking it is not enough. I don't know how many times I've done this. I'm like, this is so powerful. Surely I will remember this. The next day, oh my gosh, what was that thought? Or 1 hour later, what was that thought? Oh, it was so good. Why didn't I write it down? Right? Write it down. It's the organ of action. Hands are your organ of action for your heart, okay? We have to write this down. It also is very beneficial for our brain to see it. Now, why is it so hard to get it out of here and onto there? Because when we do that, we are taking it from the metaphysical world and putting it into the physical world. That is the first stage. We are literally manifesting it just by writing it down. It is there. It is on paper. We're making it start to come to life. And that can be scary. That has us having all these like, oh, can I do that? Will I do that? I don't know. I don't know if I can. It's okay. No one else has to see it. It can be there. I've had clients do that and then they gave it to someone else to say, this just isn't for me. I'm going to give this to you. That's okay too. But you're like, no, it's mine. Right now it's this little thing I have inside me. It's my precious. If it's a desire that's been placed on your heart, and Jenny and I have talked about this. If it's a desire that's been placed on your heart, it is a higher calling that has been given to you by universe, God, source, however you like to refer to that term. It is your personal mission, a desire that's been put on your heart to share your gifts. And if you say, I'm not enough, I don't feel like I'm worthy, I don't know if I can do that, I don't know if this is right, or I don't have time, then you're telling universe, God, source that they're either wrong, that they made a mistake, or that you're just not willing to do it because you're going to let fear get in your way. And you're telling them no. I don't know about you, but does that feel good? To deny that? To say that there was a mistake? Would you want your children to say they're a mistake? No. So let go of the fear. Let go of the reluctancy. Let go of whatever blocks that human civilization and society has told you or made you feel. Someone in your life has said or made you feel that you're not good enough, or that it's somehow wrong to want to do good in the world, or that it's wrong to charge money for doing good. That's another big one. It's not that you're charging money. You're saying, I'm of value and we're having an energy exchange. That's a whole other topic, I know. It's saying, I'm of value. This is of value. And you need to put in the work. Again, we're coming back to that chrysalis, right? Sometimes it's hard to be the person that holds that space, that watches the chrysalis, that watches the struggle. But when you see that struggle as, this is exactly what you need, you're going to be so strong after this. Keep doing it. Keep fighting. You're almost there. You get to be that person for someone rather than being that person that goes, let me fix it for you. I'm going to cut it open. And then, why can't you do it? You can do it. And then they're like, oh, no, I can't. And it's because someone else did it for them. You get to be the holder of this container as a coach. And as a CEO, you still get to do what you love and you get to choose because you get to be the leader. And you can hire a marketing team. You can hire a social media manager. You can hire these people to help you, but they are not going to accurately represent on social media in your marketing unless you properly hold a clear vision, a clear energy, a clear mission of what you're trying to create. Because you're not creating it. You haven't created it enough for them to see. So you have to be the leader of them as well. And we have to create. No one's going to create this for you. Even if we were to work together, I'm not going to create it for you. I'm going to listen to your words. I'm going to listen to your energy. And I'm going to help you craft it. And I'm going to say, what about this? Does this sound good? And then you're going to go, well, I like that part, but I don't like that part. And you're going to start to critique it. And I'm just going to help you mold and shape it. But you have to allow yourself the space to do that. Okay, so let's pull up. I know not everyone's a big Starbucks fan, but Starbucks, we cannot argue, is a very large, successful business. So let's type in Starbucks vision and mission statement. Okay. The vision is to establish Starbucks as the premier purveyor of the finest coffee in the world while maintaining our uncompromising principles while we grow. Now, if it didn't have coffee in there, would you know that was in the word Starbucks. Would you know that that's Starbucks? They have to have this vision so that when they bring their employees on, and so that them themselves, managers, CEOs, all of this, so that they can come back and check in with this anchor, to check in with this clarity, so that everything they do, they can say, are we in alignment with our vision? And it keeps everything in a line. So to be the premier, let's say, of finest coffee in the world, while maintaining our uncompromising principles as we grow. And then I'm sure in their onboarding with their employees and everything, they really make sure that those principles are clear. Now let's look at their mission statement. This is going to be different. To inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Is that inspiring? That sounds super inspiring. Would I know that that was Starbucks? Not necessarily, but when I go into Starbucks, do I feel that? I feel that they're trying. Now, not all of them succeed, because whoever the visionary is for their management team may not be really putting that in place. They may not be checking in with it. But could you imagine if you checked in with that every single day? You can even use these. You can copy what other people have done and tweak it yourself. So I want you to think about today, I want you to think about some companies that you really love, admire. Doesn't have to be coaching. Maybe you're a yoga person, and I'm just saying, and you have a clothing line that you really love. Go look at that. Or maybe you're an Apple person, and you go look at Apple's vision and mission statement. And I want you to look at a couple vision and mission statements and really look at how the vision is what the company is going to do. The mission is the impact. And I want you to, at least on your homework, you need to at least write down the companies that you've looked at. What words do you like? What words are you going to include in your vision? What words are you going to include in your mission? And it doesn't matter if we all have something even really similar. It doesn't matter. Why? Because we are all unique individuals with our own desires and our own energy on our own hearts, with our own gifts. It's like DNA. Look, we all have DNA, but we all look different. Like, we're all going to show up and utilize that differently. So get out of scarcity mindset. That's the competing mindset. And get into abundance. We need all these wonderful coaches in the world. We do. You know, if each one of us coaches had 10 people, 10 people, right? And if you're charging $5,000 for a 3-month package, 10 people, we're going to be doing okay. All right. So let's get out of scarcity mindset. Let's get into abundant mindset. What vision and mission and impact are you going to make on the world? It doesn't matter which coaching program or what kind of coach you title yourself. It doesn't matter if this week I want to focus on the chakras and next week I want to focus on nutrition, and we'll get into that talk later, but none of that matters when you're creating your vision and mission statement. This is what's been placed on your heart. This is how you want to inspire and change the world. Okay? Clarity. If you do not work on getting this first layer down, whatever else you do is not going to turn out very well. It's not going to be in alignment, because this is the anchor. This is where you check in and make sure everything else comes back to this and stays in line. This is your map. Because it's like, although it could be fun, but it can say, I need you to go to Canada, and you don't know which way is north, south, east, or west, and you're just going to start heading in a random direction. Like, you need to be able to plot it out. You need to know where you're going. That's your vision. And guess what? Companies change their vision. They might change it every 5 years. That's okay. So again, don't get too worked up at like, it has to be perfect. You don't need to put it on your website. You don't need to put this anywhere. This is for you. This is for you to have, to hold. This is for you and your employees. And then once you get more established, then you can put it on your website and all this stuff. Okay. But this is the energy source that it's all going to radiate into everything that you're doing. All right. Thank you for joining me on day one of our journey. So tomorrow we're talking about the 2 simple steps. So we're going to be talking more about our funnel and the actual, all these marketing things that we hear about. What are the 2 simple steps? I'm going to simplify this for you. Okay. 2 simple steps to $1 million marketing plan. Day 3, I'm looking at my notes. The only thing stopping you from your 7-figure income this year. We're only in quarter 2. There's 4 quarters. And if you work with me, I'll even share with you my secret sauce of an Ayurveda-based quarterly plan. And then I have a couple bonuses. So normally this Millionaire Marketing Makeover is just those 3 days. But I've added some bonuses in to really help you, all my coaches out there that are doing wonderful, heartfelt things, or that are going to, because we're going to get our vision and mission statement. Okay. And we're going to do the Millionaire Money Mindset. We're going to do requirements of a successful business, how to go from hobby to business owner to CEO. What's the differences? And then we're going to finish up on day 7 with the Million Maker Business Blueprint. What all does that include? Okay. So I'm going to post homework in the groups. Make sure that you are in one of the groups. Now, the primary group for this is Millionaire Marketing Makeover. So make sure you're in there. And I'm going to post the homework. And underneath the homework, you're going to let me know that you did some work. Why? Because for people that watch every video and do all the homework, you are going to be entered to win a prize. What is the prize? Something worth thousands of dollars. You are going to get a 2-hour session with me. I'm going to help you design your high ticket offer. Cannot tell you how valuable this is. Okay. 2-hour session with me to create your high ticket offer. Like thousands of dollars worth right there. Okay. So you're going to want to make sure that you watch all 7 videos. You're going to want to do homework every day. And the reason why is because you're going to get so much impact. And a person that does that, it's worth my time to give you those 2 hours, because I know that you're going to value those 2 hours. And I know that you're going to put the work in, and it's not going to just be a waste of time, because I really want you to have this high ticket offer. Don't you want to have a high ticket offer that you could charge anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 for? And it's a super full, powerful transformation that you're going to offer someone. And you get to feel worthy and enough and feel good about it. I've created high ticket offers before in the past. And I didn't feel good about it because I didn't have a coach that did the things that I do. So I became that coach. All right. So make sure that you've commented on this video. And I would even love it if you can go do a live on your business page or your personal page, or even in the group. Do a live talking about your vision and mission and tag me. Bonus points. But at least comment on all the videos, like the videos that you've watched. Let me know that you're watching them. Do your homework. And I really want to support you. I really want you to do these things. These are foundational. Okay. I'm sending you so much love and thank you for being here. And I can't wait to spend this next few days with you. It's going to be amazing. We're going on a journey. I'm sending you so much love. Mwah! And I will see you tomorrow.